100% knockout ratio for every fight he's ever been in.
Obviously, the man's got tremendous power. The man's unbelievable.
18-0 with 18 knockouts.
For me, boxing is my job, you know, and I try to do my job best way as I can.
There is one number in boxing that sounds made up: 100%. Every professional fight, every title defense, every man placed in front of him, and not a single one has heard the final bell. His name is Artur Beterbiev. And the strange thing is, almost every fighter on this list walked in believing he'd be the one to break the streak. This is the story of what happened to the men who dared. This is Fight Diary. Let's go. It started with an empty belt and a man nobody expected to survive. Enrico Koelling, fighting for the vacant IBF light heavyweight title, walked in as the heavy underdog against a Russian who had stopped all 11 men before him. The commentary team said it plainly. If Koelling could just last the rounds, he'd already outlast everyone Beterbiev had ever faced.
Beterbiev.
I knew there'd be a reason. Nice. Find the reason to have you here tonight. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. I'm seeing a guy in Koelling. I'm not taking nothing away. You want to give him a medal for coming here?
I'm not giving him a medal for coming here. That's his shot. He wanted to take it.
He's getting paid. He's fighting for the vacant title. Of course he's going to come here. This is what he does for a living.
If he survives this round, however, he will have gone farther against Beterbiev than any of his other previous 11 opponents, including a former champion, Tavares Klaus.
He's a better level fighter.
Koelling's whole strategy is patience. Stay controlled, lose rounds if you have to, but don't get careless. Against most fighters, that buys you time. Against this one, it only delays the inevitable.
To lose well, where he's got to be controlled, and he's given a very controlled effort tonight, handling round after round.
Artur Beterbiev, again looking for the IBF belt. Enrico Koelling, again into round 8. Bernardo Asunas listening into the corner.
And also in the corner, they're very aware that the Latino fans here are not very appreciative of the European style.
There you go, Ted.
Thank you, Brian.
You and the stats align.
Teddy, you're in Koelling's corner. What do you tell him?
Beterbiev, the reason why I'm not holding him to the same standard is because he's winning the fight. And if that's not strong enough and moving enough, then it's never going to happen.
What I'm suggesting is maybe Koelling can look himself in the mirror.
Mark Crago has it a split decision right now.
Now wait, now you're putting things in his mouth. Now that's not fair. And you're the guy with
Round after round, the pattern is the same. Beterbiev walks forward, cuts the ring, and lets his hands go. Koelling is surviving, but survival isn't a path to victory. It's just a slower road to the same place.
You notice those shots are still the looping right hand, whether it's up top or down below.
Yes, I am.
Tremendous.
Very blessed. Me and Elaine are very blessed, and so is Elaine's husband, Jeff's mother, Susan. We have a beautiful young boy.
Beterbiev now moving in, landed with that right hand. Fans can come away dry saying, wait, this is the knockout artist. Where is it? Now there's where he split the guard and drove Koelling back and hurt him.
Again, a body punch and then trying to do a little Tyson stuff there.
Koelling is slowed down. Now he sits upon the ropes. Beterbiev can let go.
Boy, you guys are goofing on Koelling. He's got a future.
We're not goofing on him at all. That's
back in Germany.
I would never, ever.
But he's giving his best, and you're taking issue with his temper.
No, it should be taken. Somebody's got to point it out.
By the way, this is where Koelling thought he would fare best in going 12 rounds. Obviously, that is proven otherwise.
Not turned out to be
but he would be the first guy.
By round 8, the corner is listening carefully because the German has done something rare. He's still standing, but you can see the toll in his legs, and the champion has 12 rounds to find him.
The truth lies.
The next act, and in that act you become a star. And that's what this is for me. Tonight, this act is just about getting the belt. Get the belt, and then after that, in the next act, you can be a star.
His legs are betraying him. That's a hard body shot by Beterbiev.
That was percussion.
But that's why I said when Mark had asked me rounds and rounds earlier.
Koelling takes a knee as he goes down, as he has been beaten down by Beterbiev. There's no question Beterbiev in this round has upped the action.
You know, Mark had asked me earlier, can Koelling do something late because that's his plan? And I said, no, too much to be taken out.
In the 12th and final round, Beterbiev finally closed the show, and the vacant belt was his. 12 rounds of courage, and still a knockout. And that was only the beginning. The next man came in undefeated and convinced the record was about to fall.
And the light heavyweight championship to Artur Beterbiev.
Accumulation of punches, and then the second knockdown and the end of the night with the right hand.
By way of knockout, and now the new IBF light heavyweight champion of the world, Artur Beterbiev.
Radivoje Kalajdzic arrived with the kind of confidence Beterbiev tends to punish. A big puncher himself, unbeaten and dangerous, he believed his power was the equalizer nobody else had brought. For a round or two, he looked like he might be right.
Instead of coming out with a jab, he just came right at him.
Sweeping right hand. Just look at that upper body of Beterbiev. You see such a sturdy guy. He's a guy who physically looks like he would be heavy-handed, doesn't he? He chases him back, nearly put him through the ropes. Kalajdzic. Condition is lacking blood flow to that right hand. Now here he is fighting for a world championship. Round number 2 here. Bernardo, what's the early report from the corner?
Early on, Kalajdzic actually has moments. He's landing, he's moving, and there's a report from his corner about blood flow in the right hand, a small warning sign that his best weapon might be failing him.
To smother himself.
Watch your back of the head.
You know, I seen him throw a feint just to get Kalajdzic in a position where he can land a shot. Nice uppercut from Kalajdzic. That's a shot that's open for him. But Beterbiev is sneaky, man. A lot of cleverness in him.
Fellas, Beterbiev isn't just sneaky, he's physically stronger. Kalajdzic has a 3.5-inch reach advantage. What he hasn't shown is...
Joe, Tim, Andre, Mark, Bernardo with you here in Stockton, California. As Beterbiev starts off this third round, where he did the first, coming out charging against Hot Rod Kalajdzic.
Yeah, Beterbiev lunging forward. His head is getting past his knee when he's attacking. The uppercut is available for Kalajdzic, but I think he's afraid to throw it because he's been hit with some left hooks.
Watch how Beterbiev solves the puzzle. He lets the challenger smother himself, absorbs the early fire, and waits.
Off of him. And I'm talking about Kalajdzic.
Inside, and it was a right hand that landed for Rod, and then Beterbiev comes back and has a short shot that has success.
Once the pace drops, the opening he wants appears.
The action we're seeing here, but can he sustain it? Trading punches. Look at this. Back and forth they go. Short right hand from the champ, and Kalajdzic is hurt. Paid the price. That's a technical knockdown. The rope supported him as the knee was going down.
4, 5, 6.
We saw it coming. What could potentially be too risky of a strategy.
It's not just boxing, that's called power boxing from Beterbiev.
He's hurt.
Big round for Beterbiev. And he got Kalajdzic damaged there in round 3, and now smothering again here early on in round 4. Oh!
The uppercut becomes available, and Kalajdzic is hurt.
For broke, and he scores!
Watch your forward.
Right hand from Kalajdzic gets turned around, and Beterbiev lands a right hand of his own.
It's not, and I think Kalajdzic is still hurt.
His knee touches the canvas, a technical knockdown, and the belief that carried him in starts to drain out of him in real time.
On the inside, these short left hands that are coming from 4 inches away are doing damage.
He just gets beat up right now.
Look at this. That is better. Bruising is a great descriptive for Beterbiev.
But he's having problems keeping the distance, keeping his bull up off of him.
Beterbiev needs to give himself a little bit of space, line up that right hand, and finish off with the left hook.
Towards his right.
That's the range that Beterbiev wants to be at right now.
That's a danger zone if you're Hot Rod. And there is the right hand that was able to get around the guard of that left. Then he goes to the body with one as well. Chopping right hand. Overhand right from Beterbiev. And Rod is hurt again.
He's hurt.
Wobbly feet, but yet willing to exchange. Oh, he tried to go with a one punch.
A big round, and then the finish.
Beterbiev Will it be 14 for 14 as he comes out and this fight is over? Beterbiev retains his title with a 5th round TKO.
Another believer, another knockout, the record's still perfect. But the next opponent wasn't a puncher looking for one shot. He was a mandatory challenger who thought he could outlast the champion.
Kalajdzic was just not underneath him at all. Big overhand right on the temple as he pulls straight back, and the pressure coming from Beterbiev all night long.
He is the winner by way of knockout, improving to 14-0 with 14 knockouts, and he is still the IBF light heavyweight champion of the world, Artur Beterbiev.
Adam Deines came in as the mandatory challenger, a fighter who wanted to drag Beterbiev into deep water and test whether the knockout artist could grind. For once, the champion seemed content to let a fight breathe.
Just before a fight, and the three of us, I was looking at your faces, the way you react when you see what he looks like physically, and you could hear it, and it came with such velocity. He just has absolute wrecking balls in his gloves, so it doesn't take much. First knockdown scored, end of round 1. World championship fight here. Artur Beterbiev, his 4th defense of his light heavyweight championship. Considering that Adam Deines went down.
Yeah, but Deines better stay off the ropes. Become a sitting duck for a big puncher. Beterbiev.
The first knockdown comes early and it sets the tone. Deines goes down, gets up, and to his credit refuses to fold. But now he knows exactly what the rest of the night holds.
That Canelo vacated. Widely reported that if Smith wins that fight, Beterbiev gets through this title defense, they will put all 3 belts on the line and unify.
See, Beterbiev just doesn't throw caution to the wind. He's actually sets up his offense.
See those rope burns on the back of Deines. Gotta be careful to stay in that position too long against this kind of pile-driving power, changing up levels as he sends the right hand to the body on the back end of that combination.
I'm not gonna hold my breath for that. It's a dangerous, dangerous fight for Canelo, and I don't know if he's willing to take that kind of risk.
Round number 5 from Moscow, Russia. We are calling the action here in Los Angeles, so a 10-hour time difference, but glad you're with us. Well-placed right hand to the body, goes there again.
That's also a good moment for Deines to explode with that left hand and right hook.
Here's something unusual. Beterbiev isn't forcing it. He's letting the rounds accumulate banking experience, almost using Deines as a training exercise in patience.
Beterbiev is trying to hit you just like that, try to get a shot through.
And that's what Deines does with the uppercut.
You can just see the levels of experience, and every now and then you see Deines lands something significant on Beterbiev, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Beterbiev is taking his time. He needs the rounds.
Right hand scored well from Beterbiev.
He's not forcing the knockout test. He's not forcing the knockout. He's just...
Splits the guard, then wraps around the left hook. Lunging right hand from the champ. Chopping left hand on the inside as they separate.
When you talk to Coach Mark Ramsey, he says I have to kick Beterbiev out of the gym, and I don't understand why. Good shot right there from Deines.
Listen, guys, last round you guys were talking about guys getting in shape. Yes, Beterbiev has physical shape, but that doesn't mean a whole lot to me. I mean, you know, I've seen a lot of muscular.
The Beterbiev does have a lot of skill, but I'm not sure if you strip away his physical strength and punching power and keep the skill that he's the same fighter.
By the 5th, the champion decides it's time. The guard gets pushed aside, the left hook wraps around, and Deines has nowhere left to hide. The mandatory challenge ends the way they all do.
Body work and then brings it upstairs. Right or left hand over the top.
From a programming standpoint, you want a devastating knockout.
second knockdown scored, and it comes here in round 10.
Another mandatory, another stoppage, the streak untouched. But the next fight was different. This time, it wasn't a challenger with a puncher's chance. It was another undefeated champion with a belt of his own.
March forward, short left hand, and there goes.
На первой минуте, 34-й секунде 10-го раунда одержал победу и сохранил статус чемпиона боксер красного угла Artur Beterbiev.
This was the one people circled. Oleksandr Gvozdyk, an Olympic bronze medalist and undefeated world champion, putting his title on the line to unify. 2 belts, 2 unbeaten men, and a genuine question about whether Beterbiev had ever faced this level.
What should concern each man early on? Gvozdyk over the top of that jab that time with a counter right hand, but Beterbiev comes back with a right hand of his own and lands a big right hand, and Gvozdyk ties up for a moment.
An exchange right. Yeah, I got you, Tim. Here's an exchange right here for both guys. Beterbiev landed a little bit with the right hand and a little bit grazing shot with the left hand. The referee trying to get control of the action, which is the right thing to do. Here we see that grazing shot on the inside. Doesn't want to allow Gvozdyk to be comfortable inside.
Early on, this is competitive. Gvozdyk comes over the top with the right hand and lands cleanly, and Beterbiev answers with his own. This is the rare night where the champion is being hit by an equal.
The left ear, as Beterbiev is willing to throw some most curling and looping right hands. Combination, that time from Gvozdyk.
They're allowing the fights to define their legacy and the risk that they're taking to define their legacy. I got a lot of respect for that.
Gvozdyk comes forward with a 2-punch combination.
And Gvozdyk look like he's changing strategy now.
Neither fighter are body punchers, but with the punch they do throw well to the body is a straight right.
You see that right hand?
Yes.
That Beterbiev just landed.
And there's another good body punch by Beterbiev. Here's the deal with Beterbiev.
This is the right hand to the body. This is a signature punch this round. It landed twice, and that hurts. Here it is again, right in the solar plex, and you see Gvozdyk taking a deep breath in. He said inside, in the pocket.
And Teddy Atlas just warned him, not too close when you jab.
Yes. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, but Gvozdyk got the better of that, and he hurt Beterbiev.
Good work there. End of 6 is heating up here in Philly. Oh! And
both men are hurting each other. There's a moment they think a knockdown has been scored, then wave it off. This is what elite looks like. 2 undefeated champions refusing to give an inch.
Offense.
Gvozdyk comes with a right hand over the top against Beterbiev, and a 1-2 with a right hand that lands on the back end.
That's what I'm talking about. Answer those questions.
Here we see Beterbiev stalking Gvozdyk. Gvozdyk lands a nice jab in a right hand, and he gets off the center and gets out of harm's way. Jab, right hand to the side of the head, and he gets out of harm's way because you know Beterbiev, he's coming back with his own firepower, his own heat.
Hey, Dre, that's been his signature punch. The 1-2 has been landed. Beautiful right hand exchange from both guys.
But the body language of Beterbiev has been better than the body language of Gvozdyk, so that'll cause a judge to sway in the direction of Beterbiev because he looks like he's...
But slowly, the difference reveals itself. Beterbiev's pressure never relents, and Gvozdyk is spending energy he can't get back. Control of the fight quietly changes hands.
This is a clear Beterbiev round as he's on the attack on the inside. Remember, Atlas told him he doesn't want him there.
You can't let him
Here he is, Beterbiev's moving in, marching in.
Give me that other body.
There's a nice body shot. Right hand to the body. Folds up. Gvozdyk.
And he pushed down on his head, Tim.
He's exhausted. That's a big right hand right there.
And Beterbiev is mauling right now. Right uppercut comes in from Beterbiev. 2 undefeated champs, but one's in control here in round 9 right now.
Here we see him step to the side, land a grazing shot right there, another flicking shot.
Right hand comes in again. Then a short left hand on the inside. Gvozdyk is hurt. Gvozdyk goes down.
3, 4, 5. How you doing, champ? 6.
In the 10th, Beterbiev broke him down and unified the titles. Still undefeated, still every fight a knockout. He'd beaten a champion. Next, a feared puncher would arrive at Madison Square Garden, promising his power was on another level.
It's over! Artur Beterbiev is the unified light heavyweight champion of the world!
Found a way to get this job done. And here's the end of the fight. And the ref sees enough. Knockdown number 3 in Beterbiev.
He is still undefeated. He is now the IBF and WBC light heavyweight champion of the world, Artur Beterbiev.
Joe Smith Jr. had a reputation as one of the hardest hitters in the division, a man who'd ended careers with a single shot. He came to Madison Square Garden with 3 belts on the line and the belief that his power changed everything.
A fight that can forever change a man, and isn't that why we watch? So enjoy it. Here we go, Beterbiev and Smith, round number 1. Joe Tessitore, Andre Ward, Tim Bradley on the call with you. Over the course of his recent world title fights, there is a growing trend. His early work rate.
Here's the key fact. Joe Smith Jr. had never been knocked down in his career. He built his name on being the puncher, not the one getting punched. That reputation had about 2 rounds left to live.
Of Joe Smith Jr. He's going to chop it away. And Joe Smith has never been down, amateur or pro.
There's a right hand from Beterbiev. And now they exchange on the inside before Smith leverages against the ropes.
It's a heavy shot. It's a clubbing shot.
Oh, off balance. That's a slip. It was a clubbing shot. Smith.
Watch the champion work the inside. Another right hand gets around the guard, and the feared puncher suddenly looks like a man in the wrong place, absorbing exactly what he came to deliver.
At mid-range. Look at this on the inside here in round 2. Big exchange. Oh! He gets him again! Another clubbing shot from Artur Beterbiev. Road grading opponents. Another right hand gets around the guard. Uppercut tries to sneak in. There's a hook. There's an uppercut. Beterbiev's on the attack. Joe Smith is crumbling again into the ropes.
He's a sitting duck to get knocked out.
Sweeping overhand rights. A left to the body. And now he has to.
The uppercut lands, and it's over fast. The man who'd never been down was knocked out inside 2 rounds. But the next challenger didn't talk about power. He said he had the blueprint, the actual plan to solve Beterbiev.
Artur Beterbiev has done it!
Light heavyweight champion of the world, Artur Beterbiev!
Callum Smith was a former super middleweight champion, a tall, skilled boxer who genuinely believed he had the tools and the reach to do what no one else had. He'd never been knocked down either. 2 clean records about to collide.
Beterbiev in Saudi Arabia to fight the winner of this fight. Don't overlook Callum Smith, but there is business to be done, and it's a challenge against the tall and skilled Smith. What do you look for early, Tim?
Oh, nice short right hand right over the top.
That left hook got through. Doubled it up against Beterbiev.
Again, that's why I keep saying that he's more than just a come-forward fighter. He's a thinking fighter, a deep thinker. He's setting up his attack. That right hand is what he's looking for. He's giving up his height. He's trying to come inside.
For a while, Smith boxes well, using his length, staying disciplined. This is a serious operator who came with a real plan, not just hope.
Stay on the outside, because on the inside, that's where he's dangerous. See, them punches don't look like anything, right? They are. They're heavy blows.
Even glancing blows from Beterbiev can do serious damage, and Smith's in trouble. He's in big trouble here in round 4. The champ peppering him. Headshot after headshot, trying to free himself on the inside, and he does. Smith trying to hold up to it.
Just along the ropes right here. See, they look like arm punches, but they're heavy shots. Snapping blows.
Callum Smith has never been knocked down.
The combination right there. You know, and the change of speeds also in the combinations that he threw in those sequences that we saw in the replay. No, his time is not the best right now. Good jab.
Then the short right hand comes over the top, and Smith is in trouble. Watch the blood appear on his face. The blueprint is starting to look like every other plan that walked in here.
Good lead right hand from Beterbiev to open up the 6th round.
The body work
left
right
hand
there.
to the body. Buddy
Yes.
McGirt said, that's what I want to see. Let's go with the left hand to the body. Look at the face of Smith. See redness above
Good
the
jab,
brow,
coming
around the
underneath.
right eye, on the left cheek. Swelling and bruising. Another short right hand on the inside from Beterbiev. Tries to land the right uppercut. Smith tries to return fire of his own. Misses over the top of the right hand. Short right hand as Smith is against the ropes. Buddy McGirt has warned him of that. That is where Beterbiev has had his best work.
Oh,
and now
man.
he's head hunting. And now he's chopping down with the right hand. Short right hand.
Set him up.
Balance.
Set him
He's
up.
never been knocked down. Smith is in trouble. Beterbiev caught him with the right hand. And now the head attack. Left and right. And that is the first time the former champ has ever been down. Watch out.
Beterbiev chops him down with the right hand, and for the first time in his entire career, Callum Smith is on the canvas. A clean record erased in an instant.
Timed it perfectly with the right hand. And here's the first knockdown, just a follow-up right here. Brought the cleaning crew in. Short shot right on the head. You see Smith head going down towards the canvas, but you see the follow-up shots just touching him.
The most dangerous puncher in the game is ready to close the show. Artur in front of these fans, mauling at short distance, and Smith just crumbles, collapses, and goes to the canvas again.
The 7th round ended it. Another former champion stopped. The blueprint torn up. 6 men, 6 knockouts. Not one had come close. But the loudest challenge of them all was still waiting from a man who wouldn't just lose. He'd make Beterbiev bleed for it.
He's just touching him right here. But look at the body. You see Smith right there. He looked for that left hook. Wasn't good enough. Wasn't good enough. He knew that left hook was going to come, but just a full extension with those short shots that he was throwing was enough to take him out.
And for Buddy McGirt, the former world champion himself, to say no, no more. My man is getting beaten down, and that guy right there is as good as it gets.
For your winner, and still WBC, IBF, WBO light heavyweight champion of the world, Artur Beterbiev!
Marcus Browne was a former Olympian and the mandatory challenger, and for 4 rounds in Montreal, he was winning. He boxed off the back foot, stayed clean, and led on 2 of the 3 scorecards. Then everything changed, and not in the way anyone expected.
Title on the line.
Couple quick punches by Marcus Browne up the middle there.
To your point, Steve, Browne finding himself. Oh, that is a nasty gash from the forehead of Beterbiev. Let's see if we can catch this clash of heads.
There was a This is better work from Beterbiev. This is where he wants to be. He wants to keep.
A clash of heads in the 4th opens a horrific gash in the center of Beterbiev's forehead. Blood pours straight into his eyes. The referee warns him he may have only 1 round left before the fight is stopped. The champion is, for the first time, in real danger.
Browne trying to counter off the ropes, but Beterbiev just overwhelming him right now. And Browne just covering up as the seconds tick away. Good left hook from Beterbiev. Freezes Browne along the ropes.
There's a good left hook landed by Beterbiev. Oh, and a beautiful 1-2 by Beterbiev.
He's behind it with a good left hook, and there's that right hand.
And here's the moment the whole video has been building toward. The blood doesn't slow Beterbiev down, it flips a switch. Losing on the cards, cut to the bone, he stops boxing carefully and starts hunting.
And Browne barely stays on his feet. Beterbiev is a tough man to contend with when he feels that he has you hurt. Good shot to the body.
Beautiful left hook to the body.
And a right hand right behind it, and Marcus Browne will take a knee. One minute and change is an eternity for the only world champion in boxing with a 100% knockout ratio.
And Corey, to point some note, as we mentioned earlier, Beterbiev isn't just an aggressive, tough fighter. He's skilled and smart. Take away the left hand when he has Marcus Browne on the ropes.
Against the ropes, a left hook to the body and a right hand upstairs drop Browne to a knee. The man who was winning 4 rounds ago is now just trying to survive a bleeding champion who's decided the fight is his.
Beterbiev, you see Browne just stationary. Beterbiev's able to turn him. He's able to get different angles. 10 seconds remaining here in round 7.
Best thing for him, like he did earlier, when he was moving, boxing, jabbing, standing in front of a guy like Artur Beterbiev is not a good idea. Well, if you want to be a world champion, you better be capable, but I think that this is possible what he has left. He's had a lot of big shots, and like I said earlier, Corey, just the constant pressure and the threat of Beterbiev is enough to drain him out.
Come on, Johnny! Well, that one, but the one from Vancouver from the early 1900s of the boxer was covered in blood and the referee.
Oh yeah, hold
it's
on.
starting to look like that one.
Round 9. A left uppercut to the body sends Browne down again, and this time he stays there for the full count. Covered in his own blood, Beterbiev kept the only perfect record in boxing alive. 7 men dared, and 7 men fell. In 2024, one fighter finally heard the final bell against him. But that is a story for another day. Of all the men who tried, who came closest, tell me in the comments.
I'd love to see the replay. I don't know if it was a left hook uppercut to the body.
You got it.
Let's see if we can see it here. Was it a body shot or the head shot that got him?
Left hook to the body.
It was a body shot,
right
delayed
under.
reaction.
Absolutely.
Liver shot did it.
Not an easy one to referee, goddammit. And still, WBC and IBF light heavyweight champion of the world, Artur Beterbiev.